other African groups hate Nigerians. And the reason why is because they're the Israelites. Now this is a video that I came across, YouTube video. The handle is Archives MC, excuse me, and this is from 1957. High schoolers debate Nigeria's Boniface, Ofika, Ethiopia, Ghana, and South Africa. And the individual repping South Africa is an Edomite. Now, I'm in 20 minutes. I'll leave the link in the description box. And you're gonna see they're gonna pan the camera on the Ethiopian representative, which he doesn't even really look like an Ethiopian. He looks like an Arab mix with maybe, I don't know, Sudanese or some other African. He's a light-skinned. Well, I'm sorry. That's what they look like. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Egyptians. Anyway, Ethiopians. This Ethiopian boy, they asked him, "What do you think about Nigerians?" The first Hamite, let me see if I can find it, is this thing right here from one part of Africa. And basically she said she hates the Nigerians. And then the individual right next to her, the shorter fellow, he represents Ethiopian, and he basically says he hates the Nigerians too, and that they're superior to Nigerians. And then he says that they are the Israelites. The Ethiopians are not the Israelites. The people of Nigeria, West Africa for the most part, are the Israelites. So this is not a new argument about who the Israelites are. You have several African groups that claim to be Israelites. Now, the only Israelite up there is the individual from Nigeria. So let me let you listen. I'll put this up raw, of course. Let me bring this back.
I think that if you got any prejudices, say against. Let's start out by asking you what some of your own prejudices are. How about you, Amelia? Have you got any prejudices, say, against the Nigerians?
Yeah, I have my own personal prejudice against the Nigerians. Coming from the Gulf Coast, where there are many Nigerians, I think that I sometimes look down on the Nigerians as somewhat inferior to us, because you see.
See, this is a real African, a real Hamite. She says he looks down on the Nigerians. Why? Because they're the Israelites.
The Nigerians who come to the Gulf Coast are mostly beggars. So that's my opinion about the Nigerians.
It's funny. I don't see how you have a case.
Now this individual right here is a Nigerian, and you can see as soon as I said, "This is Jake." I said, "Hey, look at how he's dressed. This is a Jake, man. This is a Jake." Them other two are Hamites, all right?
Again, for this your proposition, or I say for this your stand. Actually, personally, I look towards the Gulf Coast not as inferior, but perhaps as people that are individualistic and not working towards the communal effort as well as the welfare of the nation. They, of course, have made great strides because they are a very small country. And yet
the Spirit witnessed with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. You can see this man's spirit, the way he's talking, the way he's dressed. He's a Jake.
you have all these differences in them.
Then in a minute or so, they're going to show the little Ethiopian, and he's going to say that he's one of the lost tribes of Israel, which he's not. He's an Ethiopian. He's a Cushite.
Nelson, how about your prejudices? You admitted to several against.
Well, as I told you before, we have also our own prejudices against the African Negroes. We consider them as inferior. We have, of course, our own reasons for saying so.
Where are they, Nelson?
Well,
First thing, we consider ourselves to be of the lost tribe of Israel and not Negroes. It's only that our ancestors are better.
Did you hear that?
Like Negroes.
Did you hear that?
So,
Let me bring that back. Let me bring that back. Everybody wants to be Israel. And the so-called white man wants to be Israel. The Ethiopians want to be Israel. The so-called Jews in Israel allow the Ethiopian that claims to be Jews in the land of Israel, but they got a problem with the Negroes. And you can see by these two Hamites right here that they hate the Nigerian, which there's a reason why they hate the Nigerians, because the Nigerians are not Hamites. They're Israelites. And this guy right here looking like an Arab mixed with a Hamite, you heard what he said. He said, we are better than them because we're the Israelites. No, you're not the Israelites. See, this is not a new argument, man. This is way back in 1957. Let me let you listen again.
maybe several, yes. Well, as I told you before, we have also our own prejudices against the African Negroes. We consider them as inferior. We have our own reasons for saying so. Well, first thing, we consider ourselves to be of the lost tribe of Israel and not Negroes. It's only that our ancestors are better like Negroes. Also, we've been ruling part of Africa for hundreds of years. During the 16th century, and we ruled part of Egypt, Sudan, and as far down as Mozambique.
Well, what about your prejudices against white men?
Well, back home, if a woman marries a white man, she's considered mean, and when she dies, the priest never prays for her as they would do for any ordinary man. It's just considered as suicide.
Why do you think we look down on white people so much?
Well, for the first reason, religiously they consider them unclean in heart because they eat pork, and that's
Ooh! He's the Edomite teacher. What do you call that? A moderator said, "Why do you hate white people?" And he said, "We consider them unclean because they eat pork." This is way back in 1957, man. We're talking about 63 years ago. But anyway, I'll leave this up. I ran across this. I'll leave the link in the description box. With that, I'm going to say shalom.